The E-Walking Dead.
Oh, nice.
Welcome back. It's more DTP with me, Scott, and everybody else is here too.
Hi.
We got
Hello.
Jeff and Skip and Sweet and Len, and then we also have a guest. I'll let you introduce him, Jeff. I'm trying to fix something.
Well, welcome back to the podcast. We have Jesse from Starting From Zero and Skyway View. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on.
Anytime, man, as we've always said.
All right.
So, you've got a couple of upcoming gigs and things going on with both bands to promote?
Yes. So, first show is March 18th with Starting From Zero, playing at O'Malley's the day after St. Patrick's Day. So the party will be continuing on over at O'Malley's.
All right.
Evidently, it's a pretty busy weekend for bands because we were trying to get other bands to book with us that weekend, and everybody's got a show going on. So it should be pretty exciting.
Nice. Hopefully it's not too polluted in the area, and I think there's a ongoing problem with not enough people going to all of the shows and too many shows booked on the same weekend.
Right, yeah, exactly. But O'Malley's generally has a good turnout in general, just for
it's a
the
fun
bar
place.
patrons. So we should have a decent crowd. Also, playing that night is Power Chord.
Not familiar.
Yeah, I think they play a lot of hard rock covers. They're a really good band, really solid. And then an acoustic duo, Before You is the name of the band.
I know that band.
You do?
I believe
Lisa and Dan?
Yeah, Lisa and Dan. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was in sled with them for years.
Okay, yeah, so they're going to be opening the show doing an acoustic set.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just talked to them at the party a couple weekends ago, and
Okay.
yeah, it's good that they're getting back to doing music again.
Yeah, so we're excited to have them. So it should be a good show. It's Starting From Zero. We haven't done any shows for a number of months. We've just been kind of reworking some stuff in the studio. And
Writing new things, or
we wrote a couple new songs. So
Nice.
we got some new material, yes. And of course, some of our originals as well. But we've gone through, we have a new guitarist
oh, okay.
and new bass player as well. So that's also why we've taken some time to just kind of get a little more solid in the studio and just rework things.
Get everybody up to speed.
That's right, exactly.
And we're still not up to speed, and we've
Build
been
that
playing together for,
foundation.
2 years? We still can't figure each other
What's
out.
that done to your guys' sound, if anything?
Actually, it's changed a little bit, but it's going in the direction we want. We're looking for a little bit heavier sound, a little more grittier. And our current guitar player, Aaron, he's able to do that with us. So yeah, we're excited. It's
Not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. I was just wondering the other day what Lisa and Dan have been doing lately.
Yeah.
It's funny that you're going to be playing with them soon. I haven't seen those people in a while.
Yeah, they're starting to do stuff again. Dan was having some shoulder problems, but he's got them all kind of worked out, so he's able to start playing again. So.
Are they playing a different band name now?
Well, Before You was always the acoustic version of Sled, even back in like 2009, 2010 when I was playing with them.
No, so they're just going by that name now?
Just when they're doing acoustic stuff. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Yeah, if they didn't have a drummer for whatever reason, they would play Sled songs but do them as Before You. So.
Cool.
Yeah, that is definitely a problem, though, about all the bands booking at
Yeah.
the same time. Everybody's
Right.
going into hyperactive mode right now.
I think
with
it's
playing shows.
more of a problem in a little bit more of a problem in the metal community, but then again, those are the shows that I pay much attention to, so it might be more of a problem in the rock scene too. I'm not 100% sure.
Seems to be everybody.
Yeah.
The bigger problem we talked about last time we talked about this is just more places closing, less places to play.
Right.
Everybody's trying to play shows. And
Seems to
stuff's
be
getting
working out for the
crammed in.
Caravan though. Like everybody that would be going to Johnny V's is going to the Caravan now, so Caravan's packed all the time from what I hear.
Yeah, we're trying to get a show there eventually. Yeah, that's a good place to play.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fun little place.
It's because everything's so like nice and in one big row line in that bar.
Yeah.
It's easy to kind of just deal with the sound and the audio, and everything just feels okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel too much like there's an empty room or anything like that.
No.
And you can see everybody.
Yeah.
Your back isn't like to any of the people sitting at a bar or anything like that.
Nice.
I can't remember what places I played, but there's some places where you feel like nobody's facing you. All the people at the bar are facing like the other way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Even I think even like the Voodoo Lounge was like that too. I think
Voodoo sometimes felt like that. Johnny V's
Definitely felt like that.
felt like that when you're playing on Johnny's side, not the Patty's side. C&J's kind of felt like that every once in a while. Determining which stage you were playing on, or what year in the span of how Homestead Lanes have been doing shows, always kind of determined like if people were going to be watching you or not.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's like one other one. I guess Quarter Note.
Yeah, Quarter Note's kind of like that. Because I think that bar faces away from the stage, doesn't it?
Yeah, the bar is like if you're looking at the stage, the bar is like
Off to the side.
far left of the stage.
Yeah.
Everybody at those bars feel like when we're playing with Skip. Backs are too.
Join the party, Skip.
I will. I just won't look at you.
They all
Back to you the whole
they all
time.
bring their own tables and take up too much space. Is that what they do?
One of us. One of us.
And then the other interesting piece of thing I was wondering, has everybody else seen Dave Actors? Yeah. Shit on the sitter. Has everybody else seen the Deadpool trailer? That little weird thing they did?
Oh, I did just catch the teaser actually.
For the second movie?
Second movie.
No,
Nice.
haven't seen it yet.
It's bizarre.
There was a new, like, I didn't even realize it was like a car chase or something. I didn't even realize it was for Logan. It was like a whole new spot.
I don't know what they're gonna do. They're talking about all sorts of weird shit. Like first they were like, Hugh Jackman's never gonna play Wolverine again. Then they're like, oh,
Right.
Like, yeah,
he's
this
thinking
is
about it
supposed
for
to be it.
Deadpool. And then they're like, it just keeps going back and forth. A bunch of weirdness.
He's not. He's done.
He's like, I've already shaved.
He's fucking done, dude. He wants to eat a fucking cheeseburger.
Yeah. Instead of having a workout. He wants to sing and eat cheeseburgers and
cheeseburger.
They're having to
Stop fighting.
Get liberal with the spray paint now.
Yeah,
Get those abs spray painted on.
Dude, there's not enough farms to continue feeding Hugh Jackman, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill.
Chris Pratt.
Who?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt? Yeah, I guess Shatner needs to be... Oh, Chris Pratt. Sorry, I was thinking Chris Pine. Too many fucking Chris's, man.
These goddamn Chris.
I was like, Shatner had a little chub and still got some, so Chris Pine can do so. But yeah, Chris Pratt. There's not enough farms.
Yeah, there's not a chicken farm.
Oh,
Yeah,
freaking
you-
Batista, too.
Oh yeah, and Batista, and then you got The Rock coming in too, then Vin Diesel, like, because we need to make him more.
What's his voice,
Right.
though?
No, I'm just talking about for whenever they do Furious.
Oh, okay.
9.
They're bringing The Rock into
Furiousnesses.
what? Into Marvel?
The Rock is going to be Black Adam
Yeah.
for DC.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're finally bringing in other people. They're like, hey, you want to do something in this universe, don't you? And he's like, yes.
Hey, we need to get people to give a shit about this.
Basically. That's pretty much the tactic at this point for a lot of those movies. Even the way Marvel went about it for Ant-Man.
Mhm.
They put the wrong person in there. It probably wouldn't have did as hot off the go.
Oh yeah, Paul Rudd has to get all beefcake too.
Yep. Not the Spider-Mans now. They're letting him dwindle, be a little
See, he
sicker
can
again.
have like chicken nuggets. He doesn't need the full
Chicken
chicken.
nuggets.
Well, you could stuff him
breaded,
with a
right?
sock and just let him
There's
run
child
around.
labor laws that prevent them from making it work out. Like
We're
that.
still talking about food, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hint of bestiality. And
I was just, I thought you were talking about the lower half of the costume. I was like, you can just stuff that with a sock.
wrong cock.
No, stop.
So you said you were also having stuff with
Skyway View.
Skyway View. Yes, matter of fact, we had a show last night over at Brandon Lounge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it went really well.
Wait, they're taking shows there?
Yeah, we had our full band there. Played. It's a 2-hour set, or basically they give us a block of 2 hours. So we played the first 40 minutes, and then we brought in a singer-songwriter, Angelique Lucero. She did an acoustic set for about 30 minutes. and then we finished off with another 40-minute set.
Where would you guys perform at the Brandon Lounge? I saw FTB play there once, and it was super crowded.
Yes, it was. We're a 6-piece band. So it's back by where the DJ booth is.
Okay,
So
the same spot.
yeah, the drums are backed up against the DJ booth. We have the keyboard player to the left of me and amps stacked up by the employee door. We made it work. It was a good turnout. Everyone loved us, and we were rocking the place.
I've never seen anything like that happen there. That's why I'm surprised.
I know. I walked in there and I was like, "Whoa, where are we gonna set up?"
That's like somebody going, "Yeah, we're having a show at the gas station." And you're like, "Cool, like in the garages?" No, in the bathroom. It's like, what the fuck?
Interesting story last night too is, generally when we show up to gigs, we expect all our gear to work, things to work. Well, first song.
That's silly.
Right, I know, right?
I learned my lesson on that one.
Well, I learned my lesson last night. First song, bass pedal goes out. My kick pedal.
Oh, hate that.
Yeah, luckily I play double pedal, so all of a sudden the left side of my brain had to kick in, and
Yeah.
I had to do the first set with my left foot. Thank goodness it's the type of music where I don't have too many complicated bass drum.
It's also a good thing you have a left foot.
Oh, the main went out and the slave was still working?
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus.
yeah. So at least I had that going for me. It was easy fix because the little lug nut that holds the chain in
Oh, okay.
that stripped out, so the chain just fell off. I'm just playing the bass now. Nothing's responding.
So that it happened at a convenient time.
Yeah. First song, of course. Couldn't wait till like the last song.
At least you didn't have to do the fake floor tom bass drum when the pedal goes out. You still have the left.
Right, exactly. But my left foot definitely or left leg sure got a workout last
Yeah.
night. It was fun though. It was a challenge. It takes a little thinking. I had to simplify some of my drum parts as well, just because to be able to keep the left foot going and do some fills and stuff like that. But made it through.
Is the vocalist still enjoying his travel back and forth?
I think so. Yeah, I haven't heard him complain yet, but we try to balance it out. Maybe keep it once a month or so. But we do have a show coming up, March 24th. We're actually going back to LA to play at Amplify.
That's the 18th.
18th is starting from 0.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, so Skyway View, yes, March 24th at Amplify. Yeah,
Cool. And that's where at?
that's in down in Los Angeles, Hollywood area.
Okay.
And the thing about how we're talking here about the music scene up here, down there, the music scene is still very relevant. It's amazing just to the place that we're playing at Amplify. It's this little place. It's back in an alley. There's no sign out front or anything that says, "Hey, this is the club." The only landmark is there's an Astro Burger joint, I think, at the corner. That's kind of where you know how to get there, and then you just walk through a back alley, and there's the name of the club on the door there. Walk in, and it just kind of goes into a little basement that's maybe not much bigger than this room. Holds about, I think, 80 to 100 people.
Kind of sounds like Blake's on Telegraph a little bit.
But people show up. People know it's there. When we were playing, we had a really good attendance there.
You may not leave with both of your kidneys, it sounds like, but you'll enjoy yourself while you're there.
But it was good, yeah. It's an all ages venue. Very, very simple. But they have it really, really decorated. They got a really good sized stage. I mean, the whole band fit, plenty of room, and good attendance. So I was pretty amazed at that. Just that.
And the
Place like
vocalist
that,
doesn't have to
people
travel
show
very
up.
far for those shows. He's probably happy that everybody else has to travel on them.
Yeah, so we try to do that, balance it out.
Yeah.
We'll do a show here, and if something comes up there that's worthwhile going to, then the band will travel. At the same time, we're hoping we can book multiple shows when we travel down to Los Angeles or down to Southern California.
Yeah.
But as of right now, that's the only show we have going on down in that area.
Speaking of gear going on, I still am never going to get over that night
What?
at that bar we played at where my amp just
Back
wouldn't.
bar?
Yeah, my amp just wouldn't come on. Turned it on, just went out, never came back to life.
Was that the gig we were at with you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I got
that's-
an upgrade, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, it's things like that always seem to happen at the most.
This is bizarre. It's like,
Opportune
here I am,
times.
first time playing at this place, and my gear doesn't work. This looks good.
It happens.
I learned my lesson at that place with all those little stage risers kind of clustered together. The first time I played there, I put the bass drum in the middle of one where there's no support. So every time I hit the bass drum, the stage would dip about 1.5 inches, and then everything would start to slide in. So
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was-
dang,
it
that's
was-
scary.
luckily it was Wolf Snake Sun, so the music was slower, so I could hit, and then slide the floor tom back, and then hit again, and slide the floor tom and snare drum back. I mean, it was brutal, but
Oh man.
somehow nobody noticed, so I must have kept it together. But I was so upset. I was so pissed about that one.
Worst I ever had happen was when I was playing with security. Because I still had that Line 6, the digital amp.
Yeah.
Sitting there playing one song and then just like stop making noise. It's like, okay.
It's like the more complicated you make stuff.
Yeah, but I kicked it and it came right back on.
There you go.
And I went, oh, okay.
If it doesn't work, smack it. If it breaks, it needs replacing anyway. So.
Well, that's also I mentioned it last week, like our first show in Shed, like in a Rockstock.
Yeah.
You bought that fucking thing, your cabinet, and like it kept cutting out.
Yeah.
And then you
There's
just
a wiring
kick it
problem.
and turn it back on. Yeah, Drew and Doug from FTB fixed it,
Yeah.
so that was cool.
And it's been fine ever since.
Yeah, it's definitely has been my network or my weekend for technical glitches. I had a glitch this morning too at church. We use the Avion in-ear monitors. It's all digital. So our worship leader, he starts the tracks because we use click and cues. And I'm waiting for him to start the track. All of a sudden the band is playing. I'm not hearing anything in my ears.
Crap.
And everything's on. I'm like, sometimes I forget to plug in my ears. So I thought, oh, maybe I did that. No, that was all plugged in. All the levels were set. Turns out that the Avion box that I have at the drum set, the Ethernet jack is loose, so you have to kind of jiggle it to get the signal. So yeah, I wasn't getting the signal in my ears. It's kind of frustrating there for a minute.
You just try and play along with everybody, or
Yeah, for a few bars, but then eventually it kicked on before we hit the first verse. But yeah, with the way they have the drum set, they're behind a shield and really can't hear the house mix
right?
that well. So I'd have to play a lot quieter if I didn't have my ears.
You know, I still remember how bizarre it was when I saw that Line 6 was using Ethernet cables to plug shit in. I was just like, I'm so used to speaker cables and guitar cables. Like, what is this? Like, we're going to switch to fiber optics eventually? No, hope not, because I'm sure musicians would just break their fiber optic cables constantly. It's just like there's a lot of little delicate tubes inside there that just probably snap them all.
Which means more money for them, so there's
That's
really
true.
not much reason for them not to do it.
Sounds so good. The Monster would buy into that product and sell it for $300 per cable.
Spray paint all the tips gold.
Yeah.
But it did make the replacements kind of easy sometimes. Because I wouldn't have to go to like a Guitar Center to get a replacement. I just go to an electronics store and get a Cat 6 cable and it's cool.
Go on
That's
the Radio
true.
Shack.
Those are a dime a dozen.
Yeah, other than that, we've got some stuff going on musically where we've got a couple songs almost to a good point where we're going to call them complete songs. We just got to work on little things and hopefully we'll be able to show everybody those in the near future. Premiere a couple of new tracks. We've got some other stuff possibly going on, so some news in the future about what we're doing here. As soon as we get that sorted out, we'll definitely share it with everybody. And so, yeah, keep your ear open, because we're gonna have news for you. I'm gonna wait until you have more.
Yeah. Keep
So,
your fucking down.
yeah, just be ready. There's gonna be some news, and it's not gonna be Huey with it. So, anybody have anything else, or do we want to move on to one other thing I have?
Oh, I just got my show next week with High Sorcery at the Ritz with Kook. Jeff was on
Watchable.
last week, and then Slow Season, Beastmaker, and Mothership.
That's March 12th, so keep your eye peeled. You?
Well, unfortunately, the Norway band Hollow Illusion had to drop out due to a family emergency, so we are now the headlining attraction on the tour. I don't know how that's going to work out.
Well,
but-
that definitely makes them an illusion now,
yeah, that's true.
living up to their name.
We got all the dates filled so relatively quickly, so that's good. Didn't have to cancel anything, so just gonna have some special guests and friends coming through, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. But
Oh yeah, I'm filling in last time with his name is Robert Paulson at Toots on Friday the 17th. I don't know who with.
With Robert Paulson.
We don't talk about that.
How about you, Skip? You got anything to promote?
I haven't decided whether I'm going to become a woman next week.
Oh, you got time. You'll figure
Keep
it
you
out.
informed.
I'm sure you will you will find yourself.
That's right.
I know some people you can talk to.
Excellent.
How about you?
No.
Cool.
This band didn't work.
This band didn't work. That's the theme of this podcast today. This band didn't work. The last thing I wanted to question everybody on is how you feel about that last Guardians of the Galaxy trailer.
I'm excited.
It's good.
I like the use of the Fleetwood Mac song.
How you feel about the new characters that they're throwing in?
You want to go, Justin?
Mantis is a cool addition. I'm stoked that they're using Alicia, or her, because everyone's like, oh, we want Adam Warlock. Well, she is the chick version of Adam Warlock. And it's going to be interesting to where that is. Kurt Russell looks like a goddamn pimp as Ego, the living projection, because that's not the planet form, that is his human projection.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up because we weren't sure until that happened, right?
Well,
What
no,
he was
I mean,
planning
they
on
always,
doing?
he is known as Ego, the living planet, and like if it was anyone else other than James Gunn directing the movie, I'd be like, oh, they're gonna cop out. It's gonna be a fucking cloud. But I have a feeling we're gonna see Ego, the living planet, and he's like, well, this is just a projection, so he can go down and get some tank. He's like the space Zeus, in a sense. I'll come down and pretend to be a homeless person so I can have sex with someone, and then bam, Hercules is made, and I fly back up, go tee-hee, I'm Zeus.
Are you gonna be upset if they try to throw in Howard the Duck again?
No! I got his little pop toy of his. So stoked.
This mythology lesson brought to you by Justin Rogers.
Yes, the darker part of Greek mythology.
Mythology was sweet!
Zeus and the other gods came down to Earth to impregnate women.
That's all they did?
There's your
But,
next cartoon to draw. Mythology was sweet.
It'll be like a mix of like Thug Notes and Drunk History.
I'm excited about Mantis and the actress who's playing her because it's about time they started sort of diversifying the cast in that direction a little bit. There's very few Asian actors in the cast so far, so now we're getting two with the girl who plays Colleen Wong in Iron Fist.
Oh, well, that's Iron Fist. That has
Right.
nothing to do with Guardians of the
I
Galaxy.
know, but I'm talking about the Asian cast members finally.
Well, they had Amadeus Cho's mom in Ultron,
That's true.
who was wanting to get some of Thor and his hammer.
Wow, that was impressive.
That's what it actually sounds like.
That was Amadeus Cho's mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if they do throw in any more Howard the Duck, I hope people aren't going to be sitting there going, "Prepare his own spinoff, or I'm gonna cry."
He's not going to be in the movie.
No.
James Gunn has already said that he's not going to be in a movie. Thanos is not going to be in the movie, and neither are any of the Infinity Stones. It's all about this thing
They're
going on.
separating it completely.
So that means that we're seeing the last stone in Ragnarok. Then.
Quite possibly.
Yeah, because there's only one more missing that we haven't seen.
Right.
They're still a ways, I think, away from throwing a trailer out for Ragnarok, I think.
No, there should be a Ragnarok trailer.
This summer, right?
When-
Probably on Spider-Man.
Well, if Doctor
when
Strange-
Guardians comes out.
If Doctor Strange is going to be in Ragnarok, he'll have the Eye of Sitarik with him.
Well, that's the Eye of Agamotto, but,
thank you, Agamotto.
but like they haven't shown what the final stone is.
Is it the Eye of the Beholder?
Yeah. So before they have to show the last one, I would imagine, unless they're only going to show the last one once they start.
The Eye of the
Infinity War.
Tiger.
Is
They could.
Captain Marvel before or after Infinity War?
Captain Marvel's after. She's going to be introduced in Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just going to be insanity after they start dropping these movies like that.
Oh yeah, they're 2017 is when they start doing 3 a year.
Well, we're getting
3.
6, right? So, Iron Fist. Then
Okay. That's Netflix. We're talking about 3 movies.
He's building a wall between the series and the movie.
Hey, Perlmutter built that wall.
I don't care. It's all releases for me. So Iron Fist, then Guardians, and then Defenders.
Nope.
No, what's in between Guardians and
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Is
No,
Black
no.
Panther this year?
Yeah, but I mean, I
Next
thought
year.
we were getting 3 TV shows this year as well.
They haven't had a release date for Defenders yet.
Oh, okay. Because I thought Defenders was going to be in between that and then Punisher in the fall.
In theory, if they finish filming Punisher.
Okay. And then Ragnarok as well.
Yeah.
This guy's all about his releases. But yeah,
I'm
it's
excited because it's less weight. You know what I mean? Like before we had to wait.
And then on the DC side, we get Wonder Woman, and then Justice League. And if Justice League does any good, that means they're going to continue with that stuff. And if that's terrible, reboot.
you know what's gonna happen is it's not gonna be a lack of movies. It's gonna be people aren't gonna have enough money to go see all these movies.
Yeah, man.
Gonna drain everybody's wallets
Well,
out.
then it's just going to become oversaturated, and then no one's going to be making money. They're putting all this money towards all the movies. Like, right now, it's rumored that the next 2 Avengers movies, because they're being filmed at the same time, Infinity War and whatever they're calling it, hopefully it's Secret War or Galactus, and that way it goes into Phase 4, and they get the rights back to the Fantastic Four movies.
We're gonna be doing awful things in alleyways for ticket money.
But right now, the rumor is that the total budget combined is $1 billion for the next 2 Avengers movies.
Nice.
But when you think about it, it's like that almost makes sense. So at least you break it off. So each movie $500 million, but there's like 30 fucking characters in the movie.
Yeah.
Plenty of opportunities for merch.
Tony Stark or Robert Downey Jr. is eating up a quarter of that salary alone.
Yeah.
The dude's making like 80 mil for the 2 movies.
Well, the good news is I looked this up. So they bought Marvel for $40 billion, I
No,
believe.
$4 billion.
$4 billion.
Disney?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
$4 billion.
They've already made that money back.
Yeah, we looked up the box office, and right around when they hit Ant-Man was when they broke even in terms of movie sales. I don't know what they did in merch and toys, but in terms of movies, they've now made back all the money they invested in buying the rights. So
But
now,
that's only in box office. I mean,
Right.
like home release is
Right,
still
right.
then another thing, and then
right.
you got all your.
So at this point, everything is in the green for them.
Well, because all the movies have made money. I don't think they've had a loss on any of them.
No, even with terrible Iron Man 2 and Iron Man 3.
Which is good to note that Downey spent a good portion of that money on his facial hair care
Mm-hmm.
to keep it all nice and even.
I think it's just like painted on. I think it's
Might be drawn on. Just spray some hair onto somebody's face, like hair in a can.
And
It's Gorilla Mask.
it's also the last of a lot of those people's contracts. So it's like people gonna die, or Avengers 4 would be I hope it's not like Ultimate Avengers, and then they just that's how they reboot it, because that'll be stupid because you're introducing characters.
Somebody's got to be okay with people dying at some point. That's what needs to happen.
Oh yeah.
Just need to be okay with letting something die and just not bring it back.
Yeah, well, I mean, they need to have these characters all just pull like James Bond and just instead of rebooting. I swear to God, I do not want another Batman origin, another Spider-Man origin.
Things that don't need to be shown on
Like-
camera ever again.
Captain America doesn't need another origin movie, and neither does Tony Stark. All those people don't. Good thing technically Thor never had an origin movie.
Is the Black Panther the Black Panther probably doesn't even need one either.
Black Panther's going to, because I believe it's gonna kind of go back in time and show his growing up, and that's how you will see his view of America and things, because some of it's being filmed in Oakland, because Ryan Coogler is fucking Oakland bound.
Yeah.
And so some of it's gonna be based there. Also, that's where the Black Panthers came from and stuff. So get some of that in there, I guess. But yeah, and that has every black actor in it except for Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson. And they asked Sam Jackson hey, why aren't you in Black Panther? He's like, how the fuck should I know? I asked about it. He's like, I'm Captain Marvel, but I can't be in Black Panther. How am I not gonna know who all the black heroes are? Weasel your way in on a post-credit scene.
I guess I just couldn't figure out a way to tack Barry's character onto that storyline.
Falcon and Rhodey are in it.
No,
No.
well, pretty much like everyone else.
Oddly enough.
They keep adding people. I mean, they got Forrest Whitaker in it now.
Yeah.
They got, because I'm awful at knowing people's names, They got the little alien lady from Star Wars, Force Unleashed.
The Pizza Nyong'o.
Yeah,
Maz something or other.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover is not in Black Panther because he's going to be filming.
Oh, that's right. He's in
He's
Spider-Man.
going to be doing Lando Calrissian, and he's in Spider-Man.
That's right. He's in Spider-Man. That's why.
But then
Was
also,
he in Spider-Man?
We don't know.
You don't know the cast names of anybody.
A
'Cause
chair.
I think they want it to be like super like secret.
Robbie,
He might be.
Robbie Robertson.
He might be a teacher. He might be the Prowler. He might be.
A hobo.
So
You know?
he's gonna be Landau. Like there, what?
Oh yeah, he's the new Lando Calrissian
It's like oh,
In the
that's
Han
gonna
Solo.
be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're
Okay.
going back
movie
and
that
showing Han.
may or may not really need to be made, but
It'll make money, so they'll do it.
I'll go watch it.
45.
It's
Well,
just
I'm
gonna
really
be
hoping
those
they'll
look at
bring
me.
Lando. They'll bring Billy D. Williams in the third Star Wars film, the last one.
the ninth one.
Yeah, because Carrie Ann Fisher passed away, so it's like if they need that other person, it would make sense to have him come back as well.
I
see,
just-
see what happened to him after the whole war. It'd be
He's
interesting.
too busy drinking Colt 45s, like he was saying.
I'm just glad everything's getting exciting.
He's still alive, so let's get him in there before something bad happens.
Right.
So knock on wood.
Get that footage now.
We had too many years where nothing was happening. Like
Yeah.
a year would pass with nothing really major
Then
going
it's
on.
just gonna be nerd over saturation.
Yeah. Woo! Like a mustard on a sandwich. It's crazy.
If I guarantee you, if Ghost in the Shell does well, everyone's now gonna be paying attention to animes. And they're gonna find all their ways to butcher and bastardize those things.
It's gonna be
Akira,
rough.
They'll be in the Akira movie.
Though there was talk about that for a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Tried-
been in production for like 20 years.
Yeah,
I think
they
people
had-
now look at that budget and they're like, we're not touching that. That's
they
what
had
happened with
DiCaprio
John.
assigned to it.
Well, you realize it's gonna happen.
They had DiCaprio assigned to it. What the fuck?
He was producing it.
They're just gonna try to reboot Aeon Flux again.
I didn't mind that movie. I didn't think it was that bad.
Tobey Maguire was trying to get Robotech done.
That's fine.
Because I guess
I hope he
wanted-
dies before it happens. No, I'm just kidding.
He wanted to play the Hunter, I guess.
But I mean, he failed at Spider-Man.
How do you really feel, Scott?
I don't know. I was actually kind of.
Seabiscuit should have killed him when he had the chance.
Oh.
That's a movie I'd watch over and over again. But anyway. Yeah, I'm excited about it all. And thanks for coming in,
You're
man.
welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
again,
really
can you
good
recap
superhero-
your dates?
Yeah, one more time.
Recap the dates so I can make sure they
so
get
March
it in their heads.
18th, it's starting from 0 at O'Malley's with Power Chord and Before You. And Skyway View, March 24th at Amplify down in Los Angeles.
It's
And
exciting.
I don't know who the other bands are playing there, a number of local bands. I guess a number of them too are also from USC. Just students that attend USC, they're
If one of them has a bird name, it's probably a band one of our friends is in.
Sax band?
Yeah.
Nah, they're not doing anything right now.
Oh, yeah, they're still recording, aren't they?
I think so.
What are they called? Bird Caravan?
Blind Sparrow?
Blind
Blind
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
There we
Bird
go.
Caravan.
Bird
Bird
Caravan's
Caravan
here.
is a different band.
They're local.
Yeah.
Oh, local boys.
Oh, I wouldn't want to see Zach in Bird Caravan. The band's already got enough talent.
Yeah.
They don't need Zach on top of it. Oh, my goodness. All right, and that's it. We will be back with more news, obviously, once we get it. I just got to wait for Len to finish getting together with Skip and creating a news story that's noteworthy. And that's it. Have a good evening, day, afternoon.